So this is the 21 Ridgeline Sport. You've seen a few videos on this probably, or a few pictures on the Facebook groups. Anyway, what I've built my entire overland setup around is the Vantec P3000 ladder rack system. So those are the two crossbars here, or towers and crossbars. They simply mount into existing holes in the Honda bed rails, and they are pretty solid. So I wanted to just show some of the versatility here. So you can see I've got my 8-foot awning from Doghouse mounted up here. I've got my Amazon traction boards up here, and I have custom mounted these in the T-slots with nice long 6-inch screws. So not too quick to get out if you're trying to steal them, but quick enough if you're trying to get out of a stuck situation. Got the Fisker's axe. This is the first time I'm going out with my full-size spare up here. I'm going to just zoom back a little bit. The reason I'm doing that is I want to keep my box as empty as possible, because I'm going to be taking four other guys with me, and so we're going to need all the space in the back for the toys that we're going to use. Anyway, another first is actually mounting my high lift jack on the inside of the racks, and that's just to keep it out of the weather and out of the wind. It's not really cutting into bed space all that much. You can see I've got the two locked together with a nice stiff cable lock, and so, you know, it's probably not going anywhere. Got myself a shovel and, well, 2 shovels, and that's about it for that. So I've told you what I'm doing with it this time, but let's get down to the why. Why the Vantec P3000? Well, when I was buying this truck, this seemed to be the most common or the most popular racking system available, and I didn't know I was going to get bit by the overland bug, but I did. So I've been using this setup since I bought the truck. Well, it arrived, I got the truck in February last year. Rack probably arrived in March. Had to bring it in from the US. Anyway, the great thing about it is not only can it carry ladders, like I've done that more than once, but the towers can be moved back and forth to configure whatever size you want, depending on the rack you've got. I've got the Yakima Load Warrior rack up there, and so I've got the maximum spread that I can for that rack. Still leaves plenty of room. So on some of my overland adventures, we're actually bringing the mountain bikes with us, and we head up to bike parks along the way, like Revelstoke or Whistler. So with this setup, you can see there's still enough clearance there. You can get 2 or 3 mountain bikes in there, no problem, without having to twist and turn them too much. The other thing I like about this, you've got height adjustment. It's not as good for aerodynamics. I get it. People want the rooftop tent down nice and low to suck less gas, but you've also got a whole lot less space. So I've got the ability to adjust my height, width, spread, all of that kind of stuff. The Load Warrior rack comes on and off depending if I'm putting the rooftop tent up there. If it's not going to be on my trailer, then, you know, off comes the cargo rack. Spare tire usually lives against that wall. So I change it up almost every time, partially because I forget how I did it the previous time, partially because I'm a little bit perfectionist. I always want to see if there's a newer, better way to do it. So the racks do have T-slots, as I think I showed you before down in here. So that allows you to mount in anything that's T-slot compatible, such as the awning. I can get this awning in and out of there in, I don't know, 10 seconds. It's pretty quick. So that's what I really love about the rack. No matter what I need to do with it, whether it's taking it out, using it for ladders, using it for a rooftop tent, you name it, it is always up for the job. So if you're considering a racking system, do look at the Vantec P3000. What I didn't mention is this truck's a daily driver. And so it's doing everything from sales calls to Costco runs, gravel pit, lumberyard, all of that kind of good home improvement stuff. And so I've got to be able to take all this stuff out, put it in a yard of gravel or mulch or whatever I'm getting. So there's really no other system that would allow me to make the changes on the fly, quick adjustments, and quick in and out. What I want to talk about right now is the Yakima Load Warrior roof basket. So this is an excellent little basket. This is the medium size without the additional length added to it. As you can see, it holds my full-size spare. Since last night's video, I've also added in my trusty Ryobi electric chainsaw and hedge trimmer because, well, all of us going up in the bush don't want to get our truck scratched, so better to have these and not need them. Anyway, so this is a great little setup because it's got these quick release clamps right here. It's hard to really show you how they work, but they basically just wrap under, and then if I can get you right in here, you might be able to see that you would literally just pull this strap back, my fingers in there, and this literally, what I'm pointing at, pops up. You do that 4 times and the whole rack is off. Takes you 30 seconds if you're slow. Anyway, very versatile. Nice to be able to keep all these things up here. Last night I originally just had the spare tire, and then I realized that I didn't want the chainsaw or the hedge trimmer taking up space in the box, because that's going to be full of food and gear and you know, things that we might need for exercising our Second Amendment rights. So this allows me to keep the box nice and empty. Hope you all enjoy, and if you're looking for a rooftop cargo basket, there is nothing more versatile if you're taking it on and off on any kind of basis than the Yakima Load Warrior. So there's another video for you. Hope you enjoyed the review of the Vantec P3000 ladder rack and the Yakima Load Warrior roof basket. I'm extremely happy with both of them. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Otherwise, be sure to like and subscribe, tell your friends, and all that kind of YouTube stuff. So until next time, go play outside.